My parents got divorced when I was 7 days old. So, like most kids, my first word was mama, but my next 5 were told me to tell you. And my dad went on to get married 5 times. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to someone's 5th wedding, but no one can take it seriously. Everyone's in Crocs. It's BYOB. And by the 4th stepmom, I was so bitter. I was just like, I'd learn your name, sweetheart, but you'll be gone by Christmas. And that was a lollipop because I was 9. So all of that left me with very mixed feelings about marriage. Until I met a woman in college named Laura. And Laura, she looked like a young Audrey Hepburn, but like with the neuroses of an Annie Hall. She had these big, not like sexy librarian glasses, more like helpful librarian glasses. And they magnified these very small blue eyes that would just disappear when she smiled. And she smiled every time I walked in a room. I loved her, and I never wanted her to look at me the way that my mom looks at my dad. So after we graduated, I broke up with her. She moved to LA, and rather than process any of my feelings, I went backpacking around Europe for 3 months. I went all over Europe. I started in Sicily, then I went to Rome, Berlin, Amsterdam, Paris, back to Amsterdam, Dublin, Lisbon. This is not an accurate map, but the final stop was Interlaken, Switzerland. All I could think about was Laura. Like, did I make a mistake? Should I call her, beg forgiveness, ask her to marry me? And that's when I saw a brochure for skydiving. And I thought, oh, I'll just do this instead. Because Switzerland is actually the #1 place to skydive, according to the brochure. So I signed up to go tandem jumping the next day. Tandem jumping, that's where you're strapped to someone who's brave on your behalf. And I was very nervous, so instead of going to bed that night, I decided to Skype with Laura. Now, we were broken up, but she was still generous enough to talk to me, you know, if I was having like an existential crisis. So, you know, we talked a lot. And with the time difference, it's probably like 6 in the morning when she answers her Skype, and I'm on the screen freaking out. Like, tell me I don't have to go skydiving. And this is the first she's heard of any of this. So she's like, honey, deep breaths. You don't have to go skydiving. And I was like, no, I need you to push me, please. And she was like, oh, I misread that. You totally should go skydiving. And I was like, why? Because you want me to die? And I'm a lot. And we just went back and forth until finally I burst into tears. And I was like, all right, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but if I do, and if the parachute doesn't go off, I just want you to know that you will be the last thing that I'm thinking about. Which probably isn't true. I mean, the last thing I'll think is just like, ah! But I had to wrap up the call because the van was there to take me to the airfield because we'd been Skyping for 7 hours. Yeah, and so I said goodbye. I kissed the camera. It was gross. And I get into the van. It's one of these big vans, no seatbelts in the van. And the driver can see that I've been crying. So he's like, dude, you are more likely to die on this car ride right now than you are skydiving. I'm like, great, more things to be scared about. They dress me up in this full body neon orange jumpsuit, which I think is like, so, you know, if the parachute doesn't go off, they can find my body in the woods. And I have to crawl onto the plane. It's a tiny plane. It could fit on this stage. I think it was made by Hot Wheels. And we start going up into the sky, and they strap me up behind me to my tandem jumper. And it's this very, very cool Australian guy named Eben. And I to try to like get my mind off this, I just try to get to know him. I was like, hey, Eben, you married? And he was like, nah. And I was like, oh, do you have a girlfriend or boyfriend? And he was like, nah. And I was like, oh, do you have any pets? And he was like, nah. If I disappeared, I don't think anyone would notice. Time to jump. Boom! I'm scooting to the edge, straddled by a suicidal skydiver, I think. And right as my feet are hanging over the plane, that's when I decide, you know what? I'm not gonna go skydiving. I don't care if there's no refunds. I'm gonna cancel this. But then I think something snapped. I think something went off in my head because for the first time in my life, I heard a voice in my head that was not my own. And it said, you can't die, Gianmarco. You're the main character. 3, 2, 1, we jumped. And guys, you have got to go skydiving. It was amazing. You have to go. It was raining, but we were above the clouds, so I was like raining onto the rain. And then Eben pulled the parachute, thank God. I'm Jewish, but just in case. And then you just float. You just float for like 5-10 minutes. And it was this beautiful view of the Swiss Alps, just like snow and lakes. It was the first time in so long that I didn't have any distractions. It was just like me alone with my thoughts and Eben. And it took falling miles above the Swiss Alps for me to go, what am I doing? Obviously, I love Laura. And if I'm willing to jump out of a plane for no reason, I can certainly marry her for every reason in the world. So the moment we land, I threw up everywhere. I mean, it had been a long day. You've heard. Very hard day for me personally. But the moment I clean up, I go to get my phone, I call Laura, she doesn't pick up. I call her again, she doesn't pick up. And I didn't find out until like months later, but the reason she wasn't picking up is because she was at a friend's birthday party where she was meeting for the first time her now husband. Because life does not wait until you're ready to jump. Thank you. You know how they say cats have 9 lives? Do you ever think there was a cat that died because they were in one of the towers during 9/11? And then when they got brought back to life, they got brought back to life in one of the other towers for 9/11? And maybe that's why Garfield hates Mondays. It was a Tuesday? No! Wait, are you sure I Googled this yesterday? Let me tell you, you look like you know exactly what day it was. It was a Tuesday. That's when the government staged 9/11. Fuck, yeah. No offense to all of you. That's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You take the audience poll and you're like, no, I'm gonna disagree with them still. 9/11. When? Okay, September 11th, 2001, 8:14. What the fuck?
What day in?
Okay, thank you. It's not... Day. Oh. Day. This is a great start to a show. Honestly, this joke is my personal 9/11. It says it's unsettled. It's kind of a debate in the... I'm nervous about like fucking up a joke and you guys correcting me on the day. I was so excited about that goddamn joke. I'm really pissed off at you guys, to be honest. You know how they say don't shoot the messenger? I want to fly a plane into the messenger. That's how mad I am. Did you see that I guess Disney... in like Disney World or Disneyland, they were serving a couple. There was a restaurant that said they paid attention to allergies. They said this food doesn't have this allergy. It did have the allergy, and this guy died. And they sued Disney, of course. And Disney said they can't sue because they did a free trial of Disney Plus
in 2019, and in this thing that they agreed to for the trial, it said you can't sue Disney. How is this not the only thing Kamala and Trump are talking about every single goddamn day? I am a single issue voter, and it is now that Mickey Mouse should not legally be allowed to kill me. That's the pro-life party, as far as I'm concerned. True thing. Some of you gotta. That's real. It happened on a Monday. What? No. No. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No. I emailed the article to myself. Wait, the wife died? Son of a bitch! No! Oh my God. First Joe Rogan, then me. We're spreading misinformation. Okay.
They also dropped the arbitration today.
What?
They dropped the arbitration today. It's gonna go to court.
It's okay. Is that good? That's good? Okay. All right, well, here's what I do with this show is that I have 2 comedians on throughout the show so I can go off and do some research. I'm so humiliated. Someone's gonna be like, your parents are still married. And